I'm here. I'm gonna try filming this update again. I already tried on Friday because I wanted, or Thursday, Friday, because I wanted to do it before I got my hair changed, but I cried throughout the entire video, so I just deleted it. Plus, it was like an hour long, and I didn't think you want to sit through that. So, unfortunately, I don't have it, but, basically, you guys know my hair color before. It was, like, red, and I had to cut my hair really short. It's longer in the front and shorter in the back, which, I don't know, if you guys know me, you know, like, I'm such a girl and I hate short hair, but I wanted, well, they cut my hair short. I didn't have a choice, so I went to my cousin. She works at a salon, and she's like the color person, and she said she would fix my color, and her friend would fix the cut, and they would do something that's more like in style. So they did that. Obviously, I have a comb over because I wanted my hair color to match my shaved part because I don't want it too different. So this is what it looks like. On this side I have a feather, which I don't know if you can see it. It's a feather extension. So it's like bonded to my hair. And it's 4 feathers, a pink and black striped one, 2 blues and a purple. So that's cool. My hair is brown, dark brown. It looks black in the video, but it's dark brown. So that it matches the part that's shaved. And then over here you can't see it. Oh, we kind of can. There's like a purple section. Because that's my favorite color. Anyways, okay. I know you guys said in the last video that you couldn't really see how they shaved it, so I'm gonna show you in this one. I know, I'll probably get emotional because it makes me sad, so get over it, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so this is what my hair is like. They shaved that whole section of it. I don't know, like, hopefully you can see it better. I know, now I have to, like, fix it all. That's funny. This camera is backwards, so I'm, like, trying and it's not working, and, okay. So, if you don't know what happened to me or what I had an AVM. You can look up what it is, if you want, or you can watch my other video. I explained it. I explained all, like, going to the doctors, all that stuff. So right now it's July 30th. 30 days, May, June. I guess the 31, the day before the month ends, and a lot of people wanted an update, so I'm going to do one. I'm at home. I got home on the 25th, which was a Wednesday. I wasn't supposed to be home until August 2nd, so that's this coming Thursday, but they sent me home a week early, which I was really thankful for. That was from rehab, obviously, and a lot of people thought, like, rehab was like, oh, I had a drug problem or I had a drinking problem, but rehab is just rehabilitation, like, whatever kind of rehab you're in. So, I can tell you now because I'm not there anymore, but I was at Providence. Providence Healthcare is at Warden and St. Clair, so if you know of it, that's where I was. It's right diagonal from the Warden subway station, and you can see it from the subway. It was the closest to my house, so that's where they sent me in the first one that had a bed. And I was in the stroke rehabilitation section, so I had rehab, but it wasn't for an addiction. It was for a stroke, because technically an AVM is a bleeding stroke. So it has like a million names, but you can look it up if you want, a bleeding stroke. On my Facebook page, which I'll link below, I posted about exactly what happened to me. Basically, this thing in my head bled. So there was a buildup of fluid and blood. Obviously, they did brain surgery, so they shaved it bald. They put in a shunt, they drained the fluid, the blood reabsorbed into the brain. And then they sent me, I was in the ICU, then I was in like on the neurosurgery floor, which I not like the floor, like the ground, but like the floor, like the ward, like I'm on the 9th floor, you know? And then I was sent to rehab. So at rehab, I had a speech pathologist, which obviously I still don't speak exactly the same. And it's really scary if you think about it. Like, well, for me anyways, because, sorry, I'm on like my eyesight, the built-in camera. I have no idea how to work it. Anyways, yeah, so when I speak, like, she was recording my voice, right? So I could, like, hear it. And what's the most scary is that the voice, like, everyone always speaks, right? And what they hear is different from what the rest of the world hears. But what you guys hear, what I hear recorded, it sounds so much like me. And what I hear when I speak is so different. It's like a million times different. So like it's so terrifying, right? Because like you don't even recognize your own voice, and that sucks. I mean, obviously it's the same, because what you hear is mostly what it was. It's kind of a bit different now, but whatever. All you people that said I talk too fast, this will be me talking slow. So, anyways, I had a speech pathologist. I also had an OT, which is an occupational therapist. So, they basically work on, like, everyday things. Like, things you do in your normal life. So, like, cooking, you know, like, taking a shower, working on whatever you do normally. Well, for me, because I'm an art major, I usually paint and draw. So my hand was a big deal. I wanted my hand to work. When this happens, you know, you lose a sense. Sorry, I'm like gonna cry. You lose a sense, or most people are actually paralyzed on one side. So lucky for me, you know, I wasn't paralyzed. I can still taste, I can still smell, I can still feel and hear and see. So I have all my senses except my right hand, which was obviously, you know, I was right-handed, so my right hand is a big deal to me. It's slower than the rest of my body. So, I mean, my right foot is like the same pace, it's just my right hand, which, they thought it was the whole side of my body. But, like, when I do all the feet tests, they're the exact same, and if not, my right foot's better, but my right hand is so slow. So I'll show you guys. So, this is my right hand, this is my left. I think it reverses, because I don't know, whatever. Anyways, you can see the movement, how much slower my right hand is, which for most people is like whatever. If I was left-handed, I'd be like, you know what, whatever, who cares? But because I'm right-handed, it's awful. I can't draw the same. I can't paint. I can't do makeup. I haven't tried beading because I'm scared of the results. Sorry. Pretty much anything you use the right hand to do, it's really hard for me. I can't write. Well, I mean, I can, but it looks like an old man is trying to write. Like it's so shaky and the letters are all over the place, and they say obviously the more practice, the better it'll get, and I have things that are supposed to make my hand stronger, and I know it's working because they're already, like, my hand is already a million times better than it was on, you know, I guess I would say day one, but day one of me being awake, or I was awake the whole time. Day one of me not being in the ICU, it's a million times better, but it's not what it used to be. It's still not fast like it used to be. I still can't write. So that sucks. I also, I know I'm like having a moment of myself, but whatever. I can't drive for 6 months. they put a sticker, or I have to take the papers to the bureau, the license bureau, whatever, office place. But basically, they're gonna put a sticker on my license that says stroke risk, so I can't drive for 6 months, and I can't go to school. I have 1 credit left. I can't go to school because I can't type as fast, so they said to give it 6 months and then try next semester, it'll be better. So I'm really hoping next semester is better. You can see my bed is my old bed. I had to switch it because this bed has like sides, so if I need help sitting up, I can use the sides of the bed. Yeah, I get really dizzy all the time laying down and sitting up. I'm constantly nauseous, which is awful. I don't know, it sucks. I guess the one good thing is, like, I had so many amazing, viewers and subscribers, and people who left amazing comments, and like Facebook messages and Twitter messages and all of that stuff, even on Instagram. So I'm like really thankful for that. Also, I'm super, super, super thankful for every single letter I got, because I got so many, and honestly, you guys are what kept me going. You guys, Michael, were what kept me going. So that's good. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's so sad. I know a lot of people are asking, like, what made it bleed. So you can look up most of it, but I'll give, like, a brief description or background information, whatever. Pretty much what happens is, you have a bunch of blood vessels in the back of your... What's what happened to me? I had a bunch of blood vessels in the back of my head that exploded. So it filled up my head with fluid and blood, because the blood vessels exploded. So there's too much blood. And then it's actually... The blood isn't so bad because the brain just reabsorbs it. But the fluid and blood together create a ton of pressure. So, a lot of you were asking, like, what are the symptoms? It feels exactly like a migraine. Don't ever, ever, ever do this, because I did this and it was stupid. It's to self-diagnose yourself. So, not being a doctor, and to, like, look it up online and be like, oh, this is what I have. You never know what you have unless you see a real doctor. I had a headache, so I typed that in. Or my mom, Michael, did whatever. I was throwing up, and it's 4 o'clock. I was throwing up, and I was crying a ton. And the symptoms are the exact same as a migraine. I thought I had a migraine. My mom did. Michael did. The paramedics thought I had a migraine. The doctors thought I had a migraine. I mean, I waited in the waiting room like everyone else. I was taking an ambulance because I couldn't get down the stairs, but that was pretty much the only reason. Like, my mom was too scared to take me down the stairs, which is, like, terrifying. So I went in an ambulance. They did a CAT scan at the first hospital. They sent me to, like, the neurosurgery hospital there. They shaved my head, they cut it open, they put in a thing to drain, a shunt. It's called a shunt. And you can have permanent ones or ones that are removed. Mine is not permanent, so it was only there for the 8 days that I was in the ICU, and then on the 9th day they took it out and they moved me. So I don't have a permanent one. You can see, obviously, there's nothing there. It sucks. It sucks. I know I'm, like, self-pitying and whatever, but honestly, it does. It sucks. What happened after? I don't even know. was saying? I know what you want to know. Yeah, so symptoms, headache. How do you get this? So a lot of people are really, really, really creative, with like why it's happening to me, but I'm just gonna tell you, I'm part of the unfortunate 1% of people that this happens to, or I guess that have this. What happens is, okay, it's kind of hard to explain. You get it from your parents, but it's not hereditary. So, like, I understand that, but a lot of my friends are like, what the hell does that even mean? So, basically, when there's an ice cream truck. Can you hear it? There is a gene, and one of your parents carries it, and it makes you have this, like, these vessels in your brain, right? You can live with them. Most people, actually, 50% of that 1% of people live with it, and nothing ever happens. So it never explodes, it never bursts, whatever, right? They just live with it, and they live a normal life, a completely normal life. They have no idea they're there, because obviously, you know, you don't know if they're there or not. And yeah. Excuse me, I had to burp. So, the other half, or the unfortunate half, so welcome to me. I live in that 5.5% of unfortunateness, where, they explode. Now, mostly, they explode, when you're a lot older. So, usually when you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, or 90s, or 100s, 60 or above, they explode. So unfortunately for me, it happened when I was 21, and, the people that it does happen to when they're young, even if they're old, most people that this happens to die, because, if they're old, they live alone, or people think, you know, this is just migraine, so you ignore it, and you don't get to a hospital in time. Or if you're young, they mostly think that you're drunk, because it sounds like you have a mouth full of marbles, you know? Kind of, well, I feel like I'm always sounding like that, but apparently I don't always sound like that. It's just sometimes, but I don't know. It sounds like you have a mouth of marbles, so you always sound drunk, but I think because it happened to me on a weekday, and I was with people who knew, like, first of all, Jessica doesn't really drink. Second of all, it's a weekday, she's not drunk. So, they were like, what the hell? Something's wrong. Anyways, I stayed at home for 3 days. On the third day is when I went to the hospital. So, you can live with this, for a while before it implodes your brain. I guess it would implode, which is like, or put so much pressure your brain can't survive. I don't know. It's part sad. I was actually only 1 hour away from dying. So that's really, really scary. And I mean, for me, obviously, I was in so much pain, and I was being so freaking stubborn. Like, I don't want to go to the hospital. Don't send me, whatever. Did all these stupid things. I didn't want to go. Which, it's like, it's so dumb. Like, if you have to go, just freaking go. Don't be a dumbass like me. You know, and I'm sure it was scarier for, like, everyone around me. My mom, Michael, my family, my niece. I mean, those are the people to me that matter. Obviously, there's a lot more to do. But, like, and, you know, every day Michael blames himself, and he's like, you know, I just sat there and watched you in pain. I didn't do anything, and it's like, it's not your fault, you know. It was gonna happen regardless if you were here or not. And, like, he's like, I know, but, you know, you were an hour away from that. And it's like, yeah, but I didn't want to go, and I'm old enough to make my own decisions, so, like, it's my fault. If it's anyone's fault, like, yeah, this was gonna happen, but the amount of time we waited was my fault. And, like, it doesn't matter if we waited a day or 3 days. You know, the effects on me were going to be the same. That wasn't ever going to change. It might have changed how long I was in the ICU for, but that's the only difference. You know, the part of my brain that wasn't going to be affected was going to be affected anyways. The surgeons that I had were amazing. They didn't make any mistakes. There was no, you know, glitches or whatever. They didn't touch any part of my brain. They just, you know, instantly put the shine and that was it. And I mean, I was schooled, the neurosurgeon that I had came in on his day off to help me, and I don't know if you know, but St. Mike's is actually in Toronto. It's a place to be. Like, people get flown in from so many hospitals to that one to have brain surgery because the doctors are so, like, they're world renowned, right? So it's like, you can't really complain about that. I was in a good place with a good people, basically. I want to cover it. I hate that thing. Pardon me, I burped again. Yeah, so, I guess, like, my lesson to you, if there is one, would be, like, I guess the first thing is to please, I couldn't say it enough, like, a million times, please move out of the way if you see an ambulance or a fire truck or a police car. And even to this day, I mean, I know I'm not okay, I'm not normal, well, I'm not like my normal self, so I say I'm not normal. My hand isn't the same, but like, you don't know who is in the ambulance, and to this day, it makes me so angry if I'm in the car and I see an ambulance or a fire truck or a police car and their sirens are on and just people aren't moving, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you, right now, this very second, you might not need them. They might just be another car on the road, like, whatever. You don't care and you're not thinking about it. But I think about it, and I make sure everyone that I'm with knows. I make sure my mom knows, like, whoever's driving me. Like, you have to move. You don't know the situation that they're going to find on the other end. You don't know if someone's already in the ambulance going somewhere. You don't know. And because you don't know, you have to move. And I know it sounds so stupid, but, like, my mom, I was in the ambulance when they were transferring me from the first hospital to St. Mike's. It was Centenary. I mean, I'm not there, so who cares, right? And we took the DVP because that's the fastest way into the downtown core. And if you have been on the DVP before, or if you live in a major city, I mean, you can imagine, this is the highway that goes into the city. It's one everybody takes and all the highways merge onto it. So you have, like, 9 lanes of traffic, because, like, it's 2 highways, the 407 and the 401. And the 426. It's 3 highways. Maybe it's a 427. 426, 27, I don't know. You have the Shepherd Highway and the 407, which is like the one you pay for, and the 401, which is a free one. So you have traffic going in both directions, like, you know, both ways, merging onto this one highway that's like 2 lanes and an exit lane. Like, it's nothing. And you know it's so busy. And my mom said, like, they were on that one, and literally they were going down and people were just moving, and like she said, it was like you know, the thing opening up, and it was amazing. So I'm so grateful everyone moved for me. If you think of that 1 hour that I had, that was from the time at Centenary when they did the exam and found the bleed. So I had 1 hour, you know, to get downtown, to have surgery, and to be okay in that hour, because everyone on the highway basically moved for me. Like, me, out of all people. I mean, I'm not that important. I'm really, really not. And especially in an ambulance. I'm really not that important. I'm just another person, and people don't care. They don't know, and they don't care. And because they moved, I'm here and I'm alive, and I don't care what the reason is. You have no reason not to move. I don't care how old you are, you have no reason not to tell your parents to move out of the way, not to tell your grandparents or your friends' parents or whoever's driving you, just tell them to move if they don't. Because I see all the time tons of cars that just don't even get out of the way, that, go through the intersection even though there's an ambulance with the lights on, or a fire truck or police car with the sirens. It's like, move out of the fucking way. It's as simple as that. And maybe some people, I don't know, you have no reason. You should just move. So, yeah. Anyways, I got my hair done last night at 1:30 in the morning. I had another MRI. I know a lot of you were wondering. In total, I had a total of 4 CAT scans, 1 MRI, and 1 angiogram. The angio hurts most, but it was the one that found where the blood vessels are. So right now, I do still have them in my brain, and the first year, it's like a 16% chance of a rebleed, and then the second, it goes way down to like 2% and then 1%, like nothing. But I'm getting them removed. So I had, and this part's scary too. I mean, it's also terrifying, right? There's two ways they can take them out. The first is they can physically do surgery on you. Cut open the back of your head, shave it, cut it, get the veins and remove them. That's the first option. Or cauterize them, or I guess whatever they would do. Remove and cauterize, I don't know. But that requires, it's brain surgery. It requires ICU time, it requires hospital time, it requires rehab time, and it requires a lot of work. And it's not that I'm lazy, but I don't want those things again. I don't want more of my hair shaved off. So I'm going with the route number 2, which is terrifying still. And it's what the doctor wants to do. So, I suppose, I have to do it that way. I don't have to do anything, I guess, but it'd be better if I did. They put your head in this metal contraption. I don't know how to say it. It sounds scary. It is scary. It's going to be scary no matter what. And they have done all these previous tests, so they know where the blood vessels are, and they shoot not 1, not 2, but 210 lasers at your head, and it basically explodes the veins, so they can bleed and they're gone. 1 laser alone would do absolutely nothing to you. But because there's so many and it's such a concentration and they're all going to the same place, when they all interact, it's intense and it's like, right? So, that's good. It's a 1-day surgery, so it's like in and out on the same day. They don't shave your head, they don't cut your hair, they don't do anything. So that's good, because I don't want them to do that. Yeah, so right now I still have them. I know this is like so off topic, whatever. And not off topic, but like roundabout. It's probably a direct line to get there, but I'm going in and around and about, so whatever. I still have them now. Last night at 1:30 in the morning, I had an MRI for my head. So, if you ever had an MRI, they do them for certain body parts. For me, it was in my head. So in the machine, it was the short one. It was 20 to 25 minutes. Which, if you have had one, you're like, that's not short. But the short for head, usually they're 45. And then on August 2nd, which is Thursday, I have a CAT scan. And then I don't have an appointment yet for an angio, but hopefully, because it was like really, really hurt, I won't have one, and they can just find it with the MRI and the CAT scan. That's my hope, but usually they do all three before surgery, so that you know, of like, whatever. Anyways, where it is. I don't want them to have to do one. It hurts. It sucks. I hate it. Also, I guess it's like, it's good. I mean, out of everyone it could happen to, I suppose, you know, I know it happened to me for a reason, and I haven't found that reason yet, but, maybe the reason is you guys. Maybe it's to tell all you, you know, 32,000 people, which, by the way, is amazing. And that's funny. I was gonna have a contest, but I can't really host one right now. So I will do one when I'm better. Anyways, ew, that's awful. It's gross. And maybe it's to tell all of you guys that this can happen, no matter what your age, no matter, you know, what your race, no matter how old you are. It depends on your genes. There's no way of knowing. There's, you know, no way of telling. There's nothing determines that this is gonna happen to you. It just does. And so if any of you guys are watching this and, you know, you're with someone who one day says, you know, I woke up crying because of my headache. If one day you're with someone or your sister is like crying because of a headache and it doesn't go away for days, and if you have a migraine, if you cry or you barf, it's supposed to relieve pressure. If nothing relieves the pressure, then maybe the point of it happening to me was so I could tell you, do something. Tell your parents to do something. To send them to a hospital, to do something, because, you know, it would suck if this was happening to them and they died because, you know, they didn't get help in time. It would suck. It would be awful. And I mean, I complain every day. I'm not even gonna lie. Every single day I complain. You know, I don't want to be nauseous today, and I am. I don't want it to hurt when I get up, but it does. I don't want it to hurt when I lay down. I want to be myself. I want to be able to put on makeup. I want to be able to draw, to paint. And I just can't. But there's a reason. I know there is a reason. And I just have to figure out what it is. There's a reason I talk weird. And there is a reason, you know, for everything that's happened to me. And there's a reason I'm alive. And I just need to figure out what the hell it is. Because, you know, there's a reason. And it sucks. It does. Believe me, it sucks. And it sucks, you know, not being yourself. And it sucks having a shaky hand. And when you're a kid, you know, you think it's funny. I mean, my niece thinks it's hilarious. She's like, oh, your hand's shaking again. And I just want to cry every time. Like, my hand should not shake. It should not be slow. It shouldn't. And, you know, I can do things with my right hand, but I choose to use my left because it makes it so much easier. There's some things, it's like if you don't work your right hand, it just won't work. So you have to. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you other than, you know, it happened for a reason. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll figure it out. I will. And for every person who sent me mail, thank you so much. It helped so much. Who sent me, you know, every person that sent me a stuffed animal or a card or a letter or, you know, this one girl. I actually know her name. Her name's Sarah, but she's from Toronto, which is where I'm from. And she sent me a book. And I can see it from here, but I don't want to go get it because I have this like makeshift tripod that consists of a bunch of pillows stacked on top of each other. So whatever. And it was the best book I've ever seen. You know, it was full of jokes and funny pictures and pictures of herself, and it was amazing because I got to see what she looks like, and I got to laugh, and being in rehab and reading those things and seeing those pictures and laughing was amazing. It was amazing, and there's nothing like mail from you guys to keep me going and to keep me strong. And I'm not saying that, you know, because I'm like, oh, send me something. Like, you don't have to, by all means, you don't have to. But the simple things, like this one lady, Kathy, I would assume she's 53, or she made her account when she was 53. Because, like, Kathy _ 53 or 53 Kathy _ something. Anyways, she sent me a card, and she wrote her username, and I was like, I know that username. Like, I messaged her once, and I was like, I know you probably think I don't notice, but I notice every single message you write, every comment you leave. Like, I notice them. She sent me a card, and it just had 2 sheets of stickers and her username, and I was like, that's amazing. And it was the first piece of, like, Get Better mail I opened. And I told my mom, I was like, this lady is amazing. Like, I don't know her. She's from the States. Like, I don't have a clue who she is in real life. I've never met her, and she's way older than me, but she's amazing. Because it made me feel so much better. And I got so much mail from you guys, like, tons and tons and tons and packages. And I was like, people are sending me things, like, books and nail polish and soccer monkeys and teddy bears and, you know, Hello Kitty things, and it was amazing. And I was like, I can't even believe that people care about me enough to send me something. That blows my mind. People care enough about me, you know? And that's amazing. It's the best feeling to know that there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people praying for you. And to know that, like, my neighbor came to visit me, and she was like, I didn't know you were so popular on our street. And I said to her, like, I'm not. Like, you're the popular one. She knows everyone. And she was like, everyone is talking about you. Everyone knows that happened. Everyone sends their prayers. And it's like, for me, some random kid that, you know, my neighbors probably thought I left, like, intoxicated or something. But I wasn't, you know? It's amazing. And all you people that take everything for granted, like walking and sitting and laying down and bending over, like, rethink it all. Because I have to learn how to do it all again. And it's hard. It's hard being in the shower and, you know, having a chair because you have to sit down because you don't have your balance yet. And it's hard walking with a walker, and I had every level of walker you could have. I had 2 wheels. I had 2 wheels and a person. I had 2 wheels and a person had to be there but didn't have to hold me. I had a 2-wheel one that I could use alone, never wanted. I had one that had 4 wheels, and the day I got that walker, I was ecstatic. And then, you know, someone had to hold me and someone had to be there, and someone, I can walk alone, I can walk, and now I can walk without anything. And yeah, I walk slow, and I walk like a toddler, you know, and I had to practice on grass and sand and gravel and pavement and all these things, a carpet, because, you know, there are different changes of the type of ground you walk on, and I had to practice going up hills and down hills, and stairs are so hard, and I just got the okay a couple weeks ago, last week, like the day before I left, to do stairs alone, and that's the best feeling in the whole world, to know, like, yeah, whatever, I used to be able to do them, but now I can do them alone, and you don't have to be there, and no one has to be there. And I can be home alone if I want. And even that, it's like, you take it for granted. You're like, oh, thank God my family left, I'm home alone. But, like, you don't have a clue how much that means to you until you don't have it anymore. You know? And you get it back, and you're like, holy crap, that means so much to me. I was like this the whole time in the Friday video. That's why I deleted it. Like, better to cry at the end, I suppose. I don't know. But, you know, like, I can walk outside by myself with no one. And yeah, right now, I still walk like a toddler. I waddle around, and I'm so excited. I went to Michael's baseball game yesterday. And one lady brought her kids, and you know, they were a year and a half, and they were so excited to be walking around alone and up and down hills and gravel and grass, and you could see the joy on their faces. And you know, someone said, oh, there's nothing like being a kid and having a passion for it. We take it all for granted. And I just want to turn to her, and I want to be like, yeah, you take it all for granted. You have no idea how amazing it is. Because it's so amazing. It's amazing to walk. It's amazing, you know, to go upstairs. It's amazing to take a shower. Which is like, you know, whatever. You can take a shower whenever you want. But it is freaking amazing. It's amazing, you know. The day I get to walk my tower will be, I'm sure, the best day ever. Like, I'll be so excited. Not only do I have enough balance for myself, but I have enough balance that he can't pull me. I'll just be able to do it. And it's gonna be wicked. It's gonna be amazing. I have enough balance to go on the subway. And you know what? People hate the subway. People hate the bus. What's the point? I'm gonna love it. Because I'll be able to do it alone and have so much more appreciation for everything. Your family. People, I was like, I'm like the most changed person ever right now. I used to, you know, I would have family events and be like, oh, I have to go, they're my family, ugh, whatever, and it was such an annoyance. July 1st, it's Canada Day, and that weekend, 2 days in a row, there was a barbecue at my aunt's, and then one at my other aunt's, and I was like, I was in the hospital, and I was like, I wish I could go. Like, I've never wished for something so bad. I've never wanted something so bad. And I couldn't go because I wasn't able. And, like, I wish I could have. And everyone who takes, you know, even family events, like, you don't want to go to them, why? Think about why you don't want to go. Because you're lazy, because you're bored. Because you hate your family. Why do you hate them? What did they do to you? What did they ever do to you? Other than be nice. Other than be your family. People that love you no matter what. They care about you no matter what. That's all they ever did. I'm sure you guys have questions. So please leave them below. I don't know when I'm gonna be back doing videos like he used to, but I'll keep updating you. I'll keep doing these kind of videos. Oh, this way. This is a backwards thing. It's so confusing. I'll keep doing these kind of videos where I just talk. I know, talking is good for my therapy. I know you guys will wonder, I have outpatient therapy, so I go into, I won't say where, but I go somewhere 3 times a week for 3 hours and have an hour of each therapy. When I was at Providence, I had it every day. But when you're an outpatient, you're good enough to go home. You're good enough. They think that you can have it every other day. So it's 3 times a week. So yeah. I do still have that, which is part of the reason they don't want me in school. Because, if school starts and I still have to do this, you know, whatever, I don't want, apparently I don't have the attention span, whatever, to be, because my classes are 6 hours, and I know right now my hand is not good enough to be in class, and I do have studio classes where we have to paint or we have to draw, and I know right now my hand's not good enough. So, yeah. But you know, one day I'll be able to do all the things I did before. And everyone, I know I said this a million times, but the 2 things, I guess 2 things, 3 things that I want you to take away from this video is, number 1, please, 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 I'm begging you, move over, pull over. If you see sirens, just pull over. It's 10 seconds of your life, and you're saving someone else's in those 10 seconds. The second thing is, you know, love your family, appreciate them. They're there for you. They're always going to be there for you, no matter what. Through the thick and thin, they're always going to be there. And number 3 is, don't take anything for granted. Anything. Riding a bike, rollerblading, because I have to learn how to do those all over again. If you're a girl walking in heels, I have to do that. Learn how to do that again. You know, hanging out with your friends, talking, walking, sitting, showering, going to bed, waking up in the morning, making your bed. Making my bed takes me like 20 minutes. And yeah, it's better than before, when it used to take me 25 or half an hour. But, you know, 20 is still a lot. Don't take for granted when you get dressed every day and you put on your makeup, because that's amazing. And I know a lot of people say, like, you know, you're just, like, you're full of yourself, you're conceited, whatever, if you wear makeup. But honestly, it's just, it makes you feel good. If you're a girl, it just makes you feel good. And, you know, my hand shakes, and I can do the foundation, I can do the eyeshadow, and it's just how it used to be. But yeah, my hand shakes, and I hold it still, or I talk to my hand, and do it a lot, and I'm like, don't shake, don't shake. But it's the eyeliner, and the mascara that I can do to save my life. And you know, a look is just not complete without them, and I refuse to do them with my left hand. I refuse. Because even though it's steady enough, it's not my right hand, and I used to do them with my right. So I guess my skin's having a break right now. But it sucks. And I'm terrified to paint. Terrified, so scared. So if you can do that, be happy you can do that. If you can do anything, be happy that you can do it. Don't take for granted. Don't take for granted, you know, walking up the bleachers and sitting wherever you wanted. Because I used to do that and was like, whatever. And I used to always sit at the top because the top had a back. And now I have to sit at the bottom because I can't walk up the bleachers. Because I can't get back down. So I just sit up straight. It's like, yeah, you can't slump. Just not an option. It hurts your back. So, sit up straight. That's all I gotta do. It's just, you know, be yourself and do what you want. but make sure you're doing it and you're not taking anything for granted. Even talking, it's so hard for me to talk. It's scary to not recognize your own voice or for it to be a different voice that you hear. So, and just don't take for granted singing along to a song, because I'm sure a ton of you know I was obsessed with Super Bass by Nicki Minaj, and it's a rap song and it's so fast and I can't do it in my head when I'm quiet and I'm just talking to myself, which I always did, so I'm not insane. Or singing to myself in my head. It's fine. It's my voice. It's how I used to talk. And when I talk out loud, it's not the same. It's slow. It's slow and it's different and it's scary. And it's not the same voice. And I can't do it. I physically can't sing along because it's too fast. Even songs that you think would be slow, like Boyfriend by Justin Bieber. It was on the radio. Couldn't sing along. Could not do it because it's too fast. So, you know, anytime you do anything, just remember, you know, those 6-inch heels or 4-inch heels or 3-inch heels or even those 1/2-inch heels, they're a luxury. And walking down the street, that is a luxury. And taking a shower, that's a luxury. Those things are all amazing. And no matter what you do, no matter who you are, they're amazing. It's as simple as that. So, I guess it's like the 3 main things I want you to remember. I'm sorry this video was so long. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll try to answer them. I'll probably just make another video because typing is really hard for me. Because my right hand just like jerks and goes off whatever way it wants. But yeah. I'm always on Twitter, so you can follow me there at Just Joaquin. Or on Facebook, it's, I don't know, the link below. Just Joaquin. Facebook.com/Just Joaquin. Yeah. Everything will be down below. If you have any questions, please go there and look before you ask. And thumbs up questions that you see that you want to know the answer to, because, there's a lot of things, like I'm sure people are going to say the same thing over and over and over again, and there's no need for that, so make it easy. Thumbs it up, and then ask it if you don't see it. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys later. I'm sorry it's so long, I'm sorry I cried. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Adios!